Hey y'all, it's K-Bird Tweets, and this is Peace, Love, and Baseball. Welcome back to Peace, Love, and Baseball. Hi there, I'm your host, K-Bird Tweets. I am fresh off a week full of baseball from Philadelphia to St. Louis to Chicago. Voices is feeling a little rough, if I'm being honest. A lot of cheering, a lot of excitement. Well worth it, but I am in recovery mode over here. But I'm excited to share our opening day coverage from Busch Stadium for the second year in a row with you today. We're actually on our third year of attending opening day together. Illinois' dad, Derek Pitzer, Wesley McKinney of Validity, and I. But this is our second annual episode documenting the day on the podcast. I am very happy to say that we are now officially 2-1 with a winning record in opening days attended together. Whew. Hey, if you're watching on YouTube today, hit subscribe. There is no video today as much of our on-site coverage was recorded via audio only. So if you're on YouTube, you'll see some cute pics and such behind the audio today. But normally episodes are on video, and we'll be back at that next week. If you're listening on your favorite podcast platform, please subscribe and go ahead and follow me on Twitter at KBirdTweets, KBURD Tweets. Our Facebook page is called Peace, Love, and Baseball, and we're on Instagram at peace.love.baseball. So wherever you like to consume that content, we are there, unless you're on TikTok, because I am an 82-year-old woman in my heart of hearts and just can't make it happen yet. Actually, I want to give a shout out to Sarah Ann from There Is Crying in Baseball, because she's been putting out a lot of really fun content. She lives in Arizona and has gone to some spring training games and to Chase Field, and she's the same age as I am, so I don't have the excuse of being too old. But again, like, that's why I'm talking internally, my internal heart of hearts age, because she's been putting together some really fun video content on her social media of, like, take a trip with me to this game, and I love it. I love consuming it. I'm not cool enough to create it. So if you're looking for that this week, go check that out. And I promise, we'll get back with the visual aspect of the podcast next week. I did do the first St. Louis Cardinals season scrapbook episode covering the first week of Cardinals baseball, and we'll do that weekly on Sundays at 7 p.m. Central throughout the season to share highlights and headlines specifically around the Cardinals. And then weekly, on your Tuesday episode of Peace, Love, and Baseball, we'll continue the team feature episodes and covering all of baseball, but you can now get your Cardinals-specific content here as well. And here today, because how fun is it to relive the sounds of baseball, especially on an iconic day like the way they do it up for the home opener at Busch Stadium in St. Louis. So while Peace, Love, and Baseball is not, this Tuesday episode is not always your Cardinals-specific episode, it's going to be pretty heavy on the Cardinals here today. But as a baseball fan of any team, I know you can appreciate it with me. So I'll take you through our day. We'll relive some fun moments, the highs and the lows, the emotional roller coaster that is, just being invested in a baseball game, let alone a baseball season. But just like last year, we started out with a segment we like to call Bitchin Brunch, where this year we found ourselves right outside the stadium for quote-unquote brunch at patios, shooting the shit with Pitts and Wes before heading into the stadium. The audio that you'll experience here during Bitchin Brunch, just for this particular segment, is a little wonky because there was some bumping music from that DJ at patios in the background of all of these audio tracks that I had to remove. So if you're like, Wow, Kelsey, that audio sucks. It's because I had my little plastic, tiny little microphone. And yeah, we were really prioritizing quality. No, we were prioritizing fun. And it is worth putting in here. And it won't be for the whole episode, but just to kind of set the tone, get you into that pregame experience, wanted to throw some of this in here.
We are fueled up and ready to go over here at Peace, Love, and Baseball. But one of the most anticipated moments of today is the return of one Matt Carpenter to the St. Louis Cardinals. Pitts, what do you think that Matt Carpenter is having for brunch before today's home opener?
He's basic. He's having 2 eggs scrambled, side of bacon, maybe some like home style fries, coffee, black.
Does he use ketchup on his home style fries?
As he should, yes.
Yeah. What about you, Wes? What do you think Matty Carp is rolling out on the breakfast table this morning?
Matt Carpenter made his own salsa and is having huevos rancheros right this very moment.
It's got to be the salsa, baby. Good one. I liked Pitzer's initial take, which was that he's having a pack of Marlboro Lights and a Busch Light. That's kind of my gut instinct.
You know, I feel like that's Lance Lynn's breakfast.
Yeah, especially on a start day. We asked this question last year at our first annual Bitchin Brunch. But new roster, new year, we're going to revisit it. If you were going to have bottomless mimosas at brunch, which Cardinals player currently on the roster would you most enjoy that experience with? Illinois Dad, any takes on who would be your bottomless mimosa partner in crime?
You know my feelings on this one. I don't know. I think maybe I think I could sit down with BS2 and steal some bottomless mimosas. But I mean, if we're talking about Illinois Dad here, we're looking at margaritas and chips and salsa. So I think me and Burley would sit down with
Hell yeah.
pictures of margaritas and knock some time out there.
Very into that idea. Wesley McKinney, who are you sitting down to bitch at brunch and have bottomless mimosas with?
You stole my answer. I was going to say Burley. There was that Instagram that the Cardinals posted of Burley mic'd up on the field.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, you guys don't want to talk to me because I'm mic'd up? I just want to fit it. Like, I've never felt so connected to a player before in my life. It's Alec Burleson, for sure.
Yeah, that was amazing. I feel like you'd be having beer mimosas, probably, which I'm so down with.
Now, this continued on to a very, very serious conversation about what makes a beverage a brunch beverage. Because, Pitts mentioned margaritas, and I have been to bottomless margarita brunches before. It is a thing. But, mimosas are more commonly associated with brunch. And of course, we were enjoying Bloody Marys. That's a brunch staple. And we were talking about, with Lars Nootbaar, is he having a bloody, a marg, or a mimosa? What about Tommy Edman? What do you think? What is your brunch cocktail of choice? One of the other fun conversations that actually started back this time last year was, how do you think the players take their coffee? Do they drink coffee? We talked about Brendan Donovan this time last year, but since we had friend of the show, Rachel from There Is Crying in Baseball, join us at Bitchin Brunch, I had to get her exclusive take on what she thinks about Nolan Arenado and his brunch habits.
Do you think Arenado drinks coffee? And if so, how does he take his coffee?
Yeah, okay, so this is so fitting. Let me show you my shirt.
Hell yeah!
Big Nolan girly shirt. Yeah, so huge Nolan Arenado girl. Okay, how does he take his coffee? He definitely drinks coffee. Yeah, he definitely drinks coffee. Yes, I think he definitely drinks coffee. I'm going to say black. He doesn't want any of those additives, none of that. Takes pretty good care of the body, so if he's going to do caffeine, he's going to do coffee, green tea, things like that.
We're definitely on the same page there. See, I could see him thinking caffeine is like a hard drug and just like not even touching it. So, but if he does drink it, I think you're right on there. Okay, this might turn into a little bit of a rant, but I've been getting a lot of inquiries, requests to have a little sit down with Arenado as The fans are displeased with his performance in this young season. What do you have to say to those fans? Is Nana washed?
Right? He is absolutely not washed. I'm not going to lie to you though. I've seen a little bit of concerning things, and I don't really know if the Cardinals are trying to get him to change things, to try to pull the ball to the opposite side. I don't know. His swing looks a little weird, but fans, chill out. He's got this. He is going to figure it out. You know that veteran presence is going to come through. It's going to be a good year. Stop thinking about 2023. We got to put that behind us. We got to move on to 2024.
She said it, folks. Such an important reminder, maybe a mantra, if you will, from Rachel. We've got to move on to 2024. We both agreed that, it's quite possible that the best has yet to come for Nolan Arenado and really so many of the guys on this team. Rach and I had another cool experience together during Bitchin Brunch going into the stadium when the iconic Budweiser Clydesdales, always an amazing highlight of opening day, a staple in St. Louis. They were actually lining up right outside of patios, right outside where we were sitting. And we got to go outside. We were standing like probably less than 10 feet from them and just watch them get prepped and ready. The Dalmatian was out there just being the goodest boy. It was really cool, and we took our coverage out that way. And the Clydesdales are lining up for opening day. So, Rach, I gotta ask you, if you had a pet Clydesdale, what would you name it?
Oh my gosh, that's so tough. Okay, so I'm going to let you in on a little secret that is going to be my future dog's name. You're going to hear it here first so nobody can steal it. Lars Snoop Bar. So I would use that as my Clydesdale name.
That would be a really good name for a Clydesdale. Lars Snoop Bar.
So many of you actually played along on Twitter and shared your pet Clydesdale's name. We had a lot of really good ones, from Dizzy to Herzog, King Louie, Winnie McGee, that might have been my favorite. Curly Fry, that's a unique one. But Lars Snoop Bar, absolute gold. Love it. And you heard it here first. Well, if you know even more about Rachel, you know that she is also a big T Swift girly, maybe as big of a T Swift girly as she is a Nolan Arenado girly. And as we were leaving patios to get ready to go into the stadium, who else was on that DJ turntable but T Swift herself? We were all singing Love Story, getting ready to get into the stadium and proclaim our true love to the St. Louis Cardinals. But it got us into an interesting conversation as we waited in line at the ticket gates.
Very big conversation here in line to get into opening day on the third base side of Busch Stadium. We just heard Love Song by Taylor Swift at patio, so we all have it stuck in our head, which has got me thinking, which Cardinals player is most likely to have a Taylor Swift walk-up song?
Dylan Carlson.
Dylan Carlson. Lars Snoop Bar.
Lars Snoop Bar has just been my answer for so long.
The daughter, middle ages, early teen daughters. Do we have anybody on the team like that?
No, because, well, maybe Brandon Crawford. Oh, maybe Brandon Crawford. Don't sleep on it. We'll see.
All right, we're feeling good. We're in the stadium, we're in our seats, and we're getting ready for all of the pregame festivities. It did take us a little bit to get on the same page as a fan base as the pregame festivities kicked off here.
Ready to cheer on the team that's going to bring championship baseball back to the Lou this season.
Yeah!
This year's players and coaches are arriving at the
Clap on beat, guys. Come on.
new 2024.
Come on, folks.
The 2 and 4, we can do it. Bum, 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 bum.
Okay. Everybody stop clapping. Everybody listen.
Fortunately, the Clydesdales, the organist, they were all perfectly in sync from the start. And now we've got these ceremonial entrances of the coaches and the players. And we like to speculate who is going to get the loudest ovation. Now, taking a look back to last year, Paul Goldschmidt by far got the biggest ovation from fans coming into the stadium. So we were interested to see how it was going to play out this year.
There you go.
Who is going to get the largest ovation of the players this year and the Cardinals? They're coming around.
Stubby Clap.
Not Stubby Clap. Willie McGee.
No, a player. Which player is going to get the largest ovation?
Newt or Goldie.
Lars Nootbaar. Pitts, who do you think is going to get the largest ovation as we welcome in the players on opening day?
Well, of course, it's going to be Willie McGee, but if we're looking at current players, probably either going to be Wilson Contreras or after Victor Scott's performance the first couple games here, I think he might get a good pop.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how we welcome in Wilson, but also how we welcome back Lance Lynn. Stay tuned.
Assistant coach and Cardinals Hall of Famer, Willie McGee.
Oh yeah, and here's your annual fair warning that I am completely insufferable to attend a baseball game with. So just a heads up, there's a lot of squealing, howler monkey screeching, and excitement about to happen in your ears. Sorry, not sorry.
Number 13, Matt Carpenter.
We should have said Matt Carpenter.
Number 19, Tommy Edmonds.
My left ear is now.
Andrew Kittredge.
Welcome to Busch Stadium! Leave your bitchin' at brunch, Pitts.
Brendan Donovan.
Please don't be hurt.
Let's go! What conditioner do you use?
Number 35, Brandon Crawford.
Respect! It looks like he brushed his hair for opening day. Maybe?
Victor
BS2, baby! Let's go! It's Victor Scott season, my friends.
second playing first, number 46, Paul Goldschmidt.
It's Goldie again. 2 years running. Will anyone challenge Goldie?
Number 28, Nolan Arenado. Warming up in the bullpen.
Get up! Come on!
31,
Come on!
Lance Lynn.
Let's go.
Come on!
Well, this recording's just going to be like 5 minutes of you screaming.
Yeah! Let's win!
Okay, but just when we were sure that Paul Goldschmidt had the loudest opening day ovation from the home crowd 2 years running, we forgot about somebody.
Skip Schumacher.
We love you, Skip! Skip Schumacher, actually, in a twist.
Woo! Attaboy, Skippy!
NL Manager of the Year, baby! So here's what, this is a legitimate worry. The Marlins have yet to win, and they have a lot to play for just because of that. Do you think we're going to see some extra fire today?
I think we will, but also we're coming off a loss too, so I think we're going to see some extra fire out of the Birds.
And spoiler alert, we did see some extra fire out of the Birds. Good call there, Pitts. But it's almost game time, and I have to admit, I had fully convinced myself that we were going to see Adam Wainwright perform the national anthem for the second opening day in a row, because I just thought, how can he not be here for opening day? Obviously, we saw him later on in the series at Busch Stadium, but I was really fully convinced up until this moment that Adam Wainwright was going to perform the national anthem again. That being said, I was not disappointed.
By the dawn's early light, was so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the rampart we watched, were so
really awesome. I am a new Michael B. Witt fan, but I was still hung up on where Adam Wainwright was and still wondering if he might make an appearance.
Where is Wayno? He's not here.
And now, our secret guest, parachuting in from the sky, being
Actually
dropped out of a
pitching today.
pitching for your St. Louis Cardinals. On a senior citizen's contract with his dog in tow.
That would be my dream.
Kelsey just goes nuts.
My actual dream.
Sliding down from the arch.
Yeah.
Okay, so no Wayno, but it is time to get down to the hard-hitting questions that you come here to Peace, Love, and Baseball for.
As we await the first pitch, the players have been announced for both teams. I've got a real serious question for you here, Illinois Dad. Who would you rather have on your side in a bar fight, Skip Schumacher or Oliver Marmol?
Skip Schumacher. I think Skip is scrappy. Yeah.
And he's yoked. Who would you rather have on your side in a bar fight, Skip Schumacher or Ollie Marmol?
I'm going to say Ollie. Have you seen the guy get mad? Have you seen him get mad at a call?
He does make the most of those
He gets mad
ejections.
too quick, and he just kind of, I think that would be mad. Skip Schumacher's like that quiet assassin.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Ollie definitely for show. Skip for, like, the muscle and the, like, calm, collected, like, making it count. Either way, you can't go wrong. Who is going to hit the first home run in Busch Stadium in 2024? Wesley McKinney, make your pick.
Nato, and he's going to get his first home run of the season today.
Since like early August or mid-August of 2023. That'd be big. Pitts, who is your pick to hit the first home run in Busch Stadium?
Nolan Arenado.
I'm going to go out on a limb, and I got to go Gourmania. You know me. I think it's going to be the other Nolan, but I would love nothing more than to see a Nato home run today as well. Wait to see.
All right, so we're getting amped for the game to start, getting pumped, making our predictions, and one prediction that has been going around not only Cardinal Nation, but really through all of baseball has to do with something that I hope isn't going to offend anybody, but here's the thing. It's such an obvious thing that is just true to Lance Lynn and who he is and his form on the mound that if we're not going to talk about it, like ignoring it is just as uncomfortable, maybe more uncomfortable. Ignoring it is more uncomfortable. So we've just got to talk about it. And I'm sorry if this is not your jam, if your kids are listening, maybe don't have them listen in on this part of the episode with you because we got to talk about Lance Lynn and the over-unders here.
Okay, I'm going to have a really hard time keeping track of this, but I am committed to counting the number of Lance Lynn nut grabs in today's start on opening day at Busch Stadium.
It's on our scorecard.
Wesley McKinney, what's the over-under on the nut grabs from Lance Lynn today?
Oh, 34. Over 34.
Over 34. This is Lance Lynn's song. It is AC/DC, and I'm so into it. Okay, Wes took the over on 34?
Over 34.
Over 34. What is your over-under on nut grabs from this Lance Lynn start?
I'm going to go under 34.
Under 34.
Vegas put the line at 34.
Well, they would put it at 34 and a half.
34 and a half.
I picked 26 is my prediction. But also, it's going to be really hard to count. He's back in black, but back in red, really. Let's go.
All right. Let's get this game started. Looking back, knowing now, we know the Cardinals came out with an important opening day win. It was an exciting game overall, but one of the best moments for me was this first out of the game, thanks to Michael Ciani. Really set the tone for a good team win.
Shit. Oh! Did he catch it? Oh my God! Oh my God! Stand up! We are not worthy! Michael Ciani, we are not worthy! Wow!
my God.
Wow.
Put
What a start.
star on that play.
Oh my gosh. I might have missed a couple nut grabs there. Sorry. I probably was a little annoying to my Cardinals fan companions, for reasons that are already obvious, but because I am pretty high on a couple of the Marlins players, specifically Jake Burger, but it was so good to see Lance Lynn get in and out of this first inning super quick with the help of some solid defense. Jake Burger is one of the highest on vibes players in Major League Baseball.
There we go.
But I do hope that he's...
Are you a cat meme?
I does hope he strikes out here.
Just let me get my hit, and then we can be done with him.
You need
But
a
not
burger
right now.
hit?
I want this inning to go very
Yeah,
quick.
this has got to... Yeah. Lance Lynn, perfect game, incoming.
You can't say it. God.
I wonder who the oldest player to throw a perfect game and a no-hitter is. I don't know.
I bet you have a thing called Google. You can look.
I could look it
How
up.
am I the old person here?
But isn't it fun to wonder about those things before
Yeah.
you Google them?
15 years ago it was, but now we don't need to wonder about it because we have all that.
We have to use our
information.
brains. We have to stay alive and curious. It's important.
You jinxed it.
Oh no. Jake Burger worked a walk, but it wasn't much work. He just got walked, really.
Batting fourth, number 2, the center fielder, Jazz
Chisholm.
Just chasm.
Jazz.
What?
I'm not sure what he said. Jazz has been talking shit about other players recently, so. Bro has already been walked 7 times in 30 plate appearances.
Who
Jazz
has?
Chisholm. That's wild. Wow.
There we go.
He struck him out! If I was Jazz Chisholm, I would do jazz squares once I got into the batter's box. So the Cardinals come up to bat. Paul Goldschmidt has the first hit of the season at Busch Stadium as the baseball gods intended. The vibes overall are good, generally positive, optimistic, and it wouldn't be long before we get the first home run at Busch Stadium of the 2024 season. And just as we all predicted, Ivan Herrera has hit the first home run in Busch Stadium in 2024. Hell yeah!
Is that Yachty Jr.?
Here at opening day, the Cardinals are leading 1-0 in the second inning on an Ivan Herrera home run. And Wes McKinney, I gotta ask you, which Cardinals player would you most prefer to be with if you were lost in the wilderness? Who do you think is like most rugged and outdoorsy and is gonna help you out?
So Brandon Crawford lived in Northern California for a while, so I'm going to say Brandon Crawford for sure.
I like that. He's got that rugged look about him. Lance Lynn has a nice, quick 1-2-3 inning. Pitts, which Cardinal player do you want to be stuck in the wilderness with?
Miles Michaelis. He's pretty rugged outdoors, kind of
Okay, Cardinals
bounty
fans,
paper towel man.
ready for
That's legit. I'm going to go with Matt Carpenter, though, because I feel like he would just be really, again, scrappy, creative. Always keep a good attitude. He would make it work. So Lance Lynn looks like he's cruising. Vibes are high. We're having a great time. Got out to an early lead. But here comes Jake Burger doing what Jake Burger does, hitting Burger bombs, especially off of pitchers like Lance Lynn, right? So Jake Burger hits it out to even it at 1. Then we cut to the 5th inning where Josh Bell homers with Arias on base, and it's 3-1. Bad news for Lance Lynn. Jake Burger is back, and this time he hits it straight into Big Mac land. I already admitted that I love Jake Burger. Obviously, I desperately wanted the Cardinals to win this game, but I also found it pretty poetic that Jake Burger, who you know is a St. Louis native, probably grew up as a huge Mark McGwire fan, hit a burger bomb into Big Mac land. And I can sit back and appreciate it now, right? Knowing the way that the game ultimately played out. Yes, you know how this ends. And the good news is we're still having a lot of fun along the way. All right, Cardinals made some noise in the bottom half of the 5th inning to close the gap. It is currently 4-3 Marlins here in the top of the 6th. And what I want to know from you, Pitts, is which Cardinals player would you be most likely to watch if they had a reality TV show? Whose life do you want to follow?
You know what? I think Miles Michaelis would be off the chain. Like, I think he would just be the most random thing to watch. So I'd follow him.
I think that's a really solid pick. How about you, Wesley McKinney?
I was literally going to say Miles Michaelis.
I also think Mason Wynn would be an excellent creator of content. There's also no doubt in my mind that Lance Lynn and his family would put out a great, high-quality reality television show. Would love to follow them. His wife, Diamond, is so entertaining and fun on social media. If you don't follow her, go find her on Instagram. She is a gem. But Lance Lynn's day is done after 4 2/3, and Matthew Liberatore comes out of the pen, which I'm absolutely here for in the greater sense of the season. But unfortunately, he did allow Tim Anderson to score on a wild pitch. So we're getting into the later innings, and the Cardinals' deficit has only increased. The Cardinals have a 2-run deficit here in the top of the 7th inning. You know, the only thing that can save us now is veteran leadership. Wesley McKinney.
Oh, yeah. Nice catch. Mason Wynn just had a really good snag there.
Third baseman, Jake Burger.
We're not talking about Mason Wynn right now because I want to know. I need to know which veteran presence currently on the Cardinals would you choose to be your mentor? Kyle Gibson, Brandon Crawford, Lance Lynn, or Matt Carpenter?
Matt Carpenter for sure.
Matty
C.
do.
Oh no, I don't like that. You can edit that out.
Pitts, which veteran presence would you choose to be your mentor?
Out of those, probably Matt Carpenter.
Matt Carpenter's got to be it. I mean, I don't think you could go wrong. I might go with Lance Lynn depending on what I need mentoring in. I feel like
Big ol'
he
Papa.
has an edge that could be helpful for someone like me. And obviously us channeling that veteran leadership vibes and energy, it just brought out exactly whatever, call it Cardinals devil magic, who knows what. It was whatever they needed because now we go.
6 is a serious number.
6 is a serious number. I can smell the coffee brewing. The Cardinals have taken the lead here in the bottom of the 7th, courtesy of Nolan Gorman. Gormania is in full effect, ladies and gentlemen. Can Jordan Walker keep the line moving? That's a cool stat. Jordan Walker has now hit safely against all other 14 National League teams. That's sick. Jazz has got it. Get in there, Norm. Yeah! We love a productive out.
Designated hitter, Alec Burleson.
Come on, Burley!
Baby, let's go. Alec Burleson's walk-up song is Party Like a Rock Star, and I am here for it. But here's where it really gets good, because Alec Burleson does indeed party like a rock star with an RBI single to drive in Nolan Gorman, and it's 7-5 Cardinals when Mason Wynn tops it off with a triple to the right field corner, driving in Burley for an 8-5 score that holds up to get us to the 9th, and you know what time it is. Bring the heat, baby! Out of there. Okay, believe it or not, something really remarkable is about to happen on this last recording from the game, and that is you are going to hear someone who is screaming louder than me. Yes, indeed. And I can also guarantee their voice is even more shredded than mine is over this weekend and into next week. All for a good cause, right?
Pop up, baby! Get it!
Get it, Norm! Get it!
Norm!
Yeah! That's a winner, baby!
Yeah, that's not me. That's not your girl.
Wes McKinney, what was your most memorable moment of the game today?
It had to have been the 6th inning where, oh my gosh, we just, out of nowhere scored 5 runs. Let's go!
A 5-run 6th inning. Pitts, do you have a specific moment of the game that really stood out to you today? It's going to stick with you?
Yeah, it was that same inning. I mean, pretty solid.
The 6th inning. I gotta say, that first out, that catch by Michael Ciani, that really set the tone.
That set the
and I
tone
think
for
it
the
kept
day.
everybody fighting. So
We like I said, we gave them a run for their money. They came back at us, but we always had an answer. Even when we were down 2, we came back with the vengeance. This is what I want to see for the rest of the season.
you feel like this is more the brand of Cardinals baseball that you expect, Pitts?
Yeah, it's looking real good. I like our young guys. We got some pitching that goes some distance. I think this is going to be a good year.
Pitts and Wes really brought it home there. There is a fight in this team. You feel like they have been in every game that they have played so far this year. Different kind of vibe. Definitely the one that you need to see. Appears to be some good length with the pitching that we will hope holds up. And with that defense, that brand of Cardinals defense that has definitely stepped up in these first couple weeks, that has been a clear difference maker to me that I'm excited to continue to watch all season long. So to get a winner for the home opener, obviously a special win, a really good moment for the fans. And I thank you for joining me and having some fun with us today as we take it all in and start another season of Cardinals baseball together. I will be back next week with another team feature episode coming your way, so fear not, my non-Cardinals fans. Plenty of content coming for anyone and everyone in the peace, love, and baseball world. And I hope that even if you're not a Cardinals fan, you were able to listen along to this episode and just enjoy taking in the game that we all love. Make sure that you're subscribed on YouTube, follow along on your favorite podcast platform, leave a review if you feel so inclined. If you can rate and review, that's just it. And if you can share it with a friend, I would be eternally grateful. If you're here and you're enjoying it, why not spread the word? Thanks for joining me, and I will see you next week for more peace, love, and baseball.
Are you ready? Let's do this. Are you ready? Check. Is this thing on? To the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back for its root for the Cardinals. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. We need to get some runs, baby. Let's